So what I'm doing here is I'm practicing fire starting with my flint and steel type kit, and I have a little tinder bundle here that includes some animal fur. Burns fairly well. It smells funny, but it burns well. I thought I'd try this. Well, I'm not getting very much spark during this period, and so as I keep on trying, you just don't see much results. So now what I do is I switch to my ferrocerium rod, my ferro rod, and try this tactic with this same tinder bundle. And I keep trying, and eventually I just end up taking the hair out of the bundle. And I replace it with some lint from the dryer. So the lint's really not taking off all that well, so I exchange it for a little bit of a cotton ball. And right here I make a mistake. I smother the little bitty flame that I have with 3 ridiculous little sticks. Now anybody watching at this point can probably see that I am no expert at this and I am learning, but this should give you some clue as to what works. The lint from the dryer would have worked if it had been more aerated and spread out. Same with the hair. Same with the cotton ball, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm spreading it out just a little bit so that it can actually get air passing through that little bundle. And I think I may have a little bit too thick of wood particles in my tinder right now. However, it does eventually take off. Now my brain says light a candle so that you don't have to struggle getting a little flame again, which is exactly what I'm getting ready to do. And again, I got into a rush and just about extinguished every flame I had. Patience is the key, because if you try to add too much to it at once, you'll end up smothering the flames like I did prior. So to save a flame, I took a candle that I keep with me for warmth, that and a wool blanket, an old survival technique. And you can find a video on this if you look up Coal Cracker Bushcrafters on YouTube. He shows you how to get warm in really cold weather with a candle and a wool blanket. So this is why I have a candle with me, and I lit the candle to save the flame. But as you can see, it's starting to take off very nicely. I'm not really caring to build a big fire here, so I do let it go out at this point. And I'm just kind of finishing up here. I go ahead and I get the hair again. This is horse hair from currying out a horse. And I add it to the fire just to experiment and see what it'll do. I add little bits and it takes off just fine. I add a big chunk and it almost extinguishes itself. Why is that? Because it was too compacted. Air was not able to pass through and wasn't able to burn. I was taking out one of the elements of a fire: fuel, oxygen, and you fill in the blank. And here you can see I almost extinguished it. And I realize what's going on, so I start spreading out you can still see the smoke coming. I spread out the hair just a little bit, and you'll see it take back off. So here's something with your tinder bundle that you need to consider. It can't be so compact of a material that air can't blow through it to allow the fire to maintain its integrity. So being out in the country and having horses and in a barn, I have a little bit of hay laying on the ground over there, and I pick some up and add it to this bundle, which you'll see here in just a minute. And as you can see, the fur is burning for a long time. And here I add the little bit of hay. I don't compact it too well. You can see how aerated it is when I lay it on there, and look at how well it takes off. It burns quick, but it takes off very well and burns for a while, especially with the hair underneath it. What a pretty flame.